I'm so excited to lead Mason City Schools as one of the lead learners here in Mason City Schools. And so what I'm most excited about is how we'll do life together. And I like to share that with people so they understand where our vision is, the direction that we're going, and how we'll work together and lead together. So I have this graphic, and now this graphic it's a drawing, but it's a systems map. And the systems map is designed from lots of feedback and back and forth with my team and with other leaders in the community. And so this is about version 27. So I'll walk you through where we are now. And this is an ever-evolving system, but it's a systems map that helps us to organize our work. And so I always start, as Simon Sinek discusses as a leader, is starting with your why and understanding your why. Why do we come to work and excited to be here at Mason City Schools on a Monday? Well, that starts with our why, and what we're hoping to do is to create a culture that really gives each individual that comes into our organization, whether you're a learner in a first grade classroom or you're a volunteer at our high school, we want to create a positive experience and positive results for all learners here at Mason City Schools. And so that's our compelling why. And we protect that why by the way we work together. And there are 4 areas that I would call our what. And these are 4 big rocks that we keep our eyes on and that we're working within. And those 4 areas are innovation age learning, operational stewardship, talent development, and community engagement. And the way that works in a systems map is, if you can imagine if I had a rubber band and I was pulling on that rubber band, that creative tension between the 2 sides is where that power is. And so we have our compelling why in the center. And then we look at innovation age learning, and people wonder, well, what is that? Well, we started off with industrial age learning, and then we moved into information age learning, and now we find ourselves in innovation age learning, where we talk about mindsets, and we talk about how the soft skills of the past have now become the skills of the future, how we collaborate with each other, how we network to prepare our students for the global economy. And so innovation age learning really needs to tie into our talent development. So these 2 pieces are working together in a systems map. Talent development is something we take very serious here at Mason City Schools. We want our talent to continue to develop. We want to continue to learn together, to bring in the best practice for our students, and so that if you are attending Mason City Schools, you are getting the best possible education to prepare you for the future. The other piece we look at is operational stewardship. And when I say operational stewardship, I really mean our time, talent, and resources. How are we using those well in our organization? And if we do this well, then we believe that we will have authentic and positive community engagement, because our community will look at us as an organization and say, well done. You are doing great things with the time, talent, and resources that we have given you. We understand that our community gives us their children and their money together and say, be great stewards, grow this and do well with this as an organization. So we take that serious. We also understand that the majority of our residents don't have students here at Mason City Schools, but they also trust us with their finances through taxes. And so we want to be great stewards with that and make a great organization to support and serve our community in that way. The final piece of this systems map is the how. How do we work together? And so I've really broken that down into 4 I's. And the first one is inspiration. We often have inspirational moments, a north moment, where we have conversations about a big idea that we want to bring into practice here in Mason City Schools. And a lot of organizations, and we find this in schools across the country, they go from this big inspirational moment and they implement it right away, or they invest in it right away. And so something we're trying to do as good stewards of the things that we're given is to slow down and to think through, how do we bring this into our DNA, into our organization in a thoughtful and systematic way. So we're moving from a north conversation to an east conversation, and investigating well, bringing stakeholders to the table, getting input from all of those that need to be a part of this learning phase. And as we move from investigation, we move into implementation. Again, asking the right questions, bringing stakeholders to the table and saying, how do we implement design planning? How do we take design thinking and design a plan that's sustainable over time? And then we move into what I would call a West conversation, where we're investing. And if we invest in this, we have already done our due diligence in investigating. If we investigate well, we invest with confidence. And so this is how we are working and thinking as an organization together here at Mason City Schools, and I am so excited to get your input, to get your feedback on not only this and how we work together, but other things that we could do better and build big dreams as we think about Mason moonshots together as an organization, but also as a community. We would love to hear your ideas, and we would love to work those through our systems map so that we can continue to be the best version of ourselves here at Mason City Schools.